to me, boy. Go, go, go. Yeah. Outstanding. Rock and roll.
Hello, I am Artosis, and I am here with my good friend Tasteless, and we are here to, talk about some projects that Tasteless has going on, and of course StarCraft 2. It's Tuesday. Tasteless just got a day off here after casting about 10 hours of gameplay. Wow, long series of GOM recently.
Yeah, I'm a little hoarse from those games, but yeah, we've had some very good games so far. Interestingly enough, we've had a lot of upsets.
Yeah.
A lot.
I could not believe the Protosses that lost on Sunday this week. That was ridiculous.
It's pretty funny, actually. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah.
I remember I got the list of the players playing that day, and I was like, well, this should be a pretty straightforward day, and then it was the exact opposite. It just got more and more out of control, but yeah, pretty cool.
GOM is like, there are so many upsets in GOM always.
I don't know why that is.
What is the deal?
I don't know. There's more money in it than any other tournament in Korea, so I mean, clearly, the players like the money.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think maybe a different environment or whatever. I don't know. But it's exciting. Upsets are good.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I of all people, I love to watch Stork and John B. lose. So, I'm not totally disappointed with the outcome this week. All right, so
that's good.
About GOM, recently they started this new premium service where you have to pay $50 to see all
$49.99.
I'm sorry, that's right. That's a lot less.
You save a penny.
Yeah. So you have to pay $49.99 for the premium service. So what's the deal with that exactly?
What we're doing right now, or what GOM is doing, is you pay, you get the videos in high quality. It's much higher quality. You're able to download the videos, so if you want to watch them on your iPod while you're on a trip, that's certainly a possibility. And if you don't pay, then you have to wait 3 days. But essentially, you still get what you had before. You can watch it live for free. It's going to be in lower quality, and otherwise you have to wait 3 days. But right now, Daniel and I are talking to GOM about getting more stuff, more content for premium users. But honestly, the feedback that GOM's gotten from the people who have purchased premium is pretty positive.
Oh, that's
I honestly, it wasn't my decision or Daniel's decision.
Of course.
But I work, for GOM, and it's a company with 170 people in it, and they thought, since feedback was so positive overall, with
the high def from the finals.
Yeah, and the casting, we actually broke records at the finals of season 2. We got so high that crashed the server in the last 5 minutes.
I remember that.
Yes,
it was so anticlimactic.
Yes, which that you could already tell that the game was over. But for someone like me who's casting, I'm like, yes, we got more hits. But obviously it's understandable that for the viewers that's frustrating. But they did invest a lot of money in improving the server again. I know Europeans are still having some trouble. It's a little tricky to get all this stuff mapped out on an international level. We have I believe over 180 countries that watch now. But yeah, so what they wanted to do is they wanted to offer this premium service, but there's going to be more stuff with that too. We're probably going to get Daniel and I our own producer. We're going to be going around Korea producing our own content for premium users. Nothing's official yet, but there's definitely going to be more stuff coming with that. So I would recommend people try that out.
Now, speaking of you and Daniel Lee, this Valorant Tournament looks pretty exciting, actually. Pretty good cash prizes. You guys are going to commentate. My favorite commentating duo in the whole world. Tell us a little bit more about this. What gave you the idea for this? Is this going to be an ongoing thing?
We're not sure yet. This is kind of like a test run. Basically, Daniel and I thought that there were not enough communities, or I should say tournaments, that communities could participate in that weren't Korean tournaments. When I first started out, it was always my goal to get English coverage of Korean professional gamers out there to a mainstream audience, so that could be realized, how cool StarCraft is. You know, it's worth it to for other people to invest money in tournaments like this. And Daniel and I are investing a little bit of our own money into this Valor tournament. In the hopes that we get positive feedback and that it's a good tournament. So far, it looks very promising.
Yeah.
And anybody can participate in that if you're watching this now.
Yeah, it's actually looking a lot better than some of the other tournaments similar to this lately because, well, we have two of the very best commentators, so that makes it pretty exciting. It's being done pretty professionally, pretty exciting, and I think every top foreigner is playing in it, so it should be a really good event, I think.
Yeah, Daniel and I aren't completely in charge of the organization of it. We have a few other people doing it. I know there was some mix-up. We needed to mention iCup in the banner and a few mistakes like that along the way, but other than that, it's everything's going pretty well so far. Yeah.
And so,
we're actually going to be opening that exhibition up with a show match with Toss Girl against Straylock.
Oh.
Which I already have the replays on my computer. I got to observe them.
Excellent.
So, yep, you're going to see that. It's very cool. And the games are quite good.
I can't wait to see that.
Better than...
Any spoilers for us? What happens?
No.
No?
No.
No spoilers?
No spoilers.
All right. I had to try. Okay, so another event going on that happens to have Toss Girl in it is ESWC that you've been helping out with a little bit.
Yep.
And we have Hydra, White Raw, Super, and Toss Girl. Now that's 3 Terrans and a Protoss.
Yeah.
Very similar levels.
I think so.
I think it's a hard tournament to predict, but what do you think is going to be the outcome of this ESWC tournament? There's big prizes. These guys are all training their asses off for it. What do you think?
I think it's going to be tough. I would say Hydra, except for the fact that White Ra's there, and White Ra's playstyle, in my opinion, is one that could be difficult for Hydra.
Yeah.
White Ra is very smart. He's been around for a long time. He's very confident on land. If I had to bet money on somebody, I would bet money on him. Super's a very good player, although I have to say the games that we casted, LX versus Super, I think out of the entire series, those were the sloppiest.
Yeah, those were very sloppy games.
They were exciting games, but there were certainly a lot of moments where I was watching LX kind of throw the game away.
Yeah.
Not that he's a bad player. You and I have had those games too.
Yeah, of course.
And people way better than us have as well. But I would say maybe White Ra. And I don't know, maybe there's some favoritism there because I've always enjoyed studying him play.
Yeah, White Ra, he is one of the greatest trainers the foreigner scene has ever had.
Yes.
I tell you, he's probably getting better practice than anyone right now. Just losing game after game against pro gamers. So
yeah.
I don't think he's a bad pick for winning the tournament at all. He is someone, he knows how to win tournaments. That European tournament was absolutely stacked.
Yeah.
He took out so many big names.
Really.
And his PVT is something else. I played with him TVP recently a little bit, and he is a great player. His build orders are just right on.
Yeah, he really gets the game very well. So if I had to pick somebody, I'd say keep an eye out for him. But honestly, any of those 4 players could win.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how, Tosco recently in her tournaments has not been doing so well. At Gong, those were bad games.
Those were not good.
Toss Girl was not playing well.
Yep.
But I have been told several times by the Easter coaches that she's actually quite good. So I'm looking forward to seeing how she can do against these top foreigner gamers.
Well, in I believe it was